Hello everyone. In this video, we will do important events of French Revolution date-wise. In this contest, our first date is 1774. What happened on 1774 is that Louis XVI from Bourbon family of France ascended the throne of France. After becoming the king of France, he got empty treasury. Empty treasury. He got empty treasury. And that's why he tried to increase the taxes. And that's why Louis XVI in 1789, Louis XVI called an assembly of State General. He called an assembly of State General to pass the proposal for new taxes so that he can meet with the expenses of that time. But what happened in that assembly, in State General, all the three states of the French society came there. At that time, French society was divided into three groups. First one is nobility, clergy and third state. So both the 300 members from the nobility and clergy were sitting facing to each other in a row, while the third stand members, those who were in 600 in number, they were standing on the back of the both rows. So, because the demands made by third state were not kept in the State General, so the third state walked out from that assembly and they gathered at tennis court at Versailles, and they have made a constitution in 1791. In 1791, they made a constitution to why they have made a constitution? First, to limit the power of the king, and to guarantee the basic rights to all human beings. To limit the power of the king and to guarantee the basic rights to all human beings. In 1792, the newly elected assembly, was called the Convention, and it abolished the monarchy. Monarchy was finally abolished and declared France as a republic. France got as a status of republic country. The date 1793, year 1793 is important because in this year Louis XVI was sentenced to death by a court on the charge of treason and executed publicly at the place de la Concorde. He was executed publicly. 1794, further 1794 and 93 and 94 is important because this year was called 1793 to 94 was called Reign of Terror. Reign of Terror. Why? Because of the severe control and punishment policies of Robespierre. And this time Robespierre was ruling, and because of his severe punishment and control, this year is called Reign of Terror. The year 1804 is important because Napoleon became the Emperor of the France in this year. He became the Emperor of the France and he tried to annex large part of the Europe. In 1815, Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo because of his excessive policies, and he was trying to capture the outward areas of France or neighboring countries of France. Though Napoleon's period is also known for some of the administrative reforms like equal weights and measures to all over the France. In 1848, slavery was finally abolished in France and all the French colonies also. 1946 is important because before 1946, females were given the status of passive citizens and they were not given the right to vote. Now, female or women in France won the right to vote. By browsing through all these dates, you can get a broad view of the events held during the French Revolution. I want to point out one more thing is that these events are very important for you because in the 10th standard, when we will discuss the chapter nationalism in Europe, then once again we will discuss all these events in detail. So that's why this chapter is very important for you. Thank you.